Why, hello there. It's Captain, aka just Captain. It's hot as hell in my room right now, so if you see me sweating, it's because it's hot as hell in this room. Hold up. Sorry about that. I had to put the other light on, you know what I mean? So, we all know him, we all love him. Metro Boomin. He is a superstar producer and music creator. He has had a amazing run ever since his breakout, which is I want to say his breakout was like 2016. Even though I know he was making a lot more music beforehand, I feel like he really got a lot of notoriety because of the 21 Savage, the Savage Mode tapes and all that. But hey, you know, we're here. He's had multiple albums with multiple different superstars. He's helped with Drake. He's worked with Future multiple times. He's worked with 21 Savage, of course. He even got into Across the Spider Verse. Yeah, that guy had a whole cameo and everything, and he did the album for it. So why am I talking about him? Well, he just now dropped the album, and or I want to say is more like a mixtape. And this is the first time that he had a mixtape that wasn't necessarily centered around a certain artist or have a bunch of features from like his main, people that he talked to. You know what I mean? This ain't a freaking Travis X, Don Toliver X, whatever the fuck it is. This is a mixtape with a bunch of older acts, a lot of Atlanta natives and Atlanta legends, and there's just a bunch of songs, kind of just being like a vibey and just like a nod to old Atlanta music. When I listen to it, and I listen to a few tracks, I'm not even gonna say that I finished the whole thing. I'll get to the reason why. But when I got into the album, I realized how fast it just sounds like how old Gucci Mane music and stuff used to sound, or listening to Trick Daddy back in the day and all that. And he even got a few features from Roscoe Dash and all that. And he also has like the main people that he collaborates with, like, he had Quavo on a few songs. He had Gucci Mane in there. I think I seen a couple of future features, and again, those songs are always gonna get carried hard by the big names. I think Lil Baby is on the album as well. There's a few people on there that I'm all like, okay, I'm interested to see how they sound on these types of beats. Again,
This is really hard, bro.
so he flopped. He sold less than 20,000. Why is this such a big deal? Well, for starters, Metro Boomin has kind of been huge when it comes to numbers. He's actually one of those, producers or music makers that is doing numbers like a freaking Travis Scott, like a listening, like I'm expecting 100K, 100 whatever from a Metro Boomin project, but I want to give him a lot of grace because again, he is putting on a lot of older acts on the album. This is a real like older album that like it's basically like a homage to a lot of the 2000s rap, the beginning of the dominance of Atlanta rap. You know what I mean? And I feel like it is a kind of a hard listen to if you're a person that's used to his more commercial, more clean, more super hyped up beats and all that. But I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's a little hard for the regular consumer to listen to it, and I don't fault him for it. I'm actually very, very impressed that he is able to, still bring back some of the music from the past. You know what I mean? A lot of that stuff is very prominent inside the culture of Atlanta, the culture of hip hop. And I like that it is kind of doing a little bit of a resurgence. Now, what does this say about, Metro moving forward? It doesn't say anything. Again, I look at this kind of like how I look at like a Jack Boys 2. It's a collaborative effort with a bunch of artists, and it's not necessarily supposed to be there for a long time. It's there for a good time. And a lot of the songs are fun. Again, I'm a few tracks in. I can't give a full review of the music, because I want to marinate with it. But the few tracks that I did listen to, the few tracks that I did give a spin, I like it. It's cool. It's old. It feels very nostalgic. Of again, just the 2000s and like radio hits and stuff like that from back in the day. That's pretty much it, honestly. I think Metro hasn't fell off or nothing like that. I think that he's just doing a lot of different steps. He's been doing a lot of different stuff. And I'm actually really excited to see where he goes from here. Anyway, like and subscribe. Let me know if you like the album. How do you feel about it? It is hot as hell in here, and I'm gonna go turn on the fan now. Bye.